Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to do water cycle, and we already know water cycle, right? Yeah. But today we are going to put some effort on water cycle, and I want to tell you guys that there is a big lesson in water cycle. There are many lessons in nature around us. There are few ayahs telling us about water cycle, about how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this cycle and many other things in nature. Okay, the first step is when there is evaporation. Now, do you think that evaporation is possible without sun?
No.
Abdurrahman, come here. Do you think without sun evaporation is possible?
No.
No, right? Sun gives this energy, this heat energy to sea, okay? And that's how evaporation starts, right? This is number one step, evaporation. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us about evaporation, okay? The ayah is وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَّاجًا, and we have made yes, in Surah Naba. وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَّاجًا. That means we have created a burning lamp. And what is burning lamp?
The sun.
Now in evaporation, when we see sun, what is sun doing in the water cycle? Tell me.
It makes the water evaporate.
Yes, when you give heat to water, right, it evaporates.
Yeah, but you just don't see it.
So, وَأَنزَلْنَا مِنَ الْمُعْصِرَاتِ مَاءً سَجَّاجًا, and we have sent down rain from the rainy clouds in abundant water, right? So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling about sun, and then he is telling about the rain, and that is same in the water cycle, right? And this water is, you guys already know how it's very important. 60 to 70% of our land is because of water, right? So this is the first step, evaporation. وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَّاجًا, and we have made a shining lamp. Okay. Number two is وَاللَّهُ الَّذِي أَرْسَلَ الرِّيَاحَ فَتُثِيرُ سَحَابًا فَسُقْنَاهُ إِلَى بَلَدٍ مَجِيدٍ, and it is Allah who sends the winds. وَاللَّهُ الَّذِي, and it is Allah أَرْسَلَ الرِّيَاحَ, who sends the winds. فَتُثِيرُ سَحَابًا, so they can rise up the clouds. Again, right? It's in the water cycle. Yes, it can raise up the water cycle. It can raise up the clouds. فَسُقْنَاهُ إِلَى بَلَدٍ مَجِيدٍ, and we drive them to a dead land. Everything is in this ayah.
Can you please make it more looking dead? It just looks like three
that.
lines. That's all it looks, Mom.
It's okay. This is dead land, okay? And it does not have any water. That it is Allah who sends the wind so they can rise up the cloud and we drive them to a dead land. This dead land needs water. We will think, oh, it's so dead land, how this dead land is going to get water?
So it will be a miracle.
And the sea is so far. How can maybe sea will send some buckets of water to this dead land? No, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made a cycle, made a pattern. Okay. Number one is sun helps in evaporation. وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَّاجًا, and we have made a burning lamp. And of course now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not tell us everything, right? That yes, and then evaporation, and then this وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَّاجًا. This same ayah can help us in different things, right? So in this time we are using وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَّاجًا, we have made a burning lamp, we have made a shining lamp in water cycle. Maybe next time we will use it when seasons, how seasons are formed. right? How it happens that in Pakistan, in UAE, this is summer, and how in some other country this is winter. We can use the same ayah. If we will think more and focus more, we can open many ties, many knots. Wallahu alladhi, and this is Allah. It is Allah who arsala riyaha, sends the wind. When there is evaporation, he sends the wind, right? And the filled clouds filled with water, okay, through the wind, they come over here. And then they come on the dry land. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the gravity. Oh my God, can you think if there is no gravity? Rain will be going here and here and here, and that dry land will always be crying. Oh man.
Then everyone will be floating on their houses, bonking their heads.
Yeah, many problems if there is no gravity, right? فَسُقْنَاهُ, and we drive them إِلَى بَلَدٍ مَجِّدٍ. Balad means land. Baladim Masjid. So it can go to
The dead land.
Yeah,
the dead land.
That's what I did.
And of
see
course,
in
no
the
one.
test, and then
Yes.
it will go inside the cloud. It will be full and dark, and then it will go
Yes.
in the dead land.
Yes. Okay. And how the precipitation of rain using Earth's gravity. There is another ayah. وَيُنَزِّلُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً فَيُحْيِي بِهِ الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا. He sends down the water. وَيُنَزِّلُ, sending down. وَيُنَزِّلُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ, and he sends down water, that is rain. مَاءً مِنَ السَّمَاءِ, from the sky. مَاءً, rain. فَيُحْيِي بِهِ الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا, and therewith revives the earth after its death. It becomes lively again.
Mama, so why did Allah Ta'ala mention the we part in the Quran? He couldn't say just white, I.
Yes.
Okay,
So
but
it.
if you say we, that sometimes kings also say we declare this. That
Yes.
also means great power.
Yes. In this we, there is greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay. So, and in another ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna fis samawati wal ardi la ayatin lil mu'mineen. In the heavens and earth, there are signs of believers. Ayat means signs. That there are different signs in the skies, in the earth, for the ones who believe. We saw that وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَّاجًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this shining lamp, and it helped us. Number 2, wind. Wind helped. وَاللَّهُ الَّذِي أَرْسَلَ الرِّيَاحَ فَتُثِيرُ سَحَابًا فَسُقْنَاهُ إِلَى بَلَدٍ مَجِّدٍ, to the dead land.
That also sounds like Sahaba.
وَيُنَزِّلُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً فَيُحْيِي بِهِ الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا. And إِنَّ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ لَآيَاتٍ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. There are signs in the skies, in the earth, for the one who
Don't believe?
believe. And there is one big lesson in water cycle. Imagine, water cycle will teach us a moral, a lesson. How that's possible? What lesson we can take from a water cycle?
I don't know, Mom.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this beautiful nature where everything follows Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's rules, right? What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told everything one time, they do it. Okay? What is that in water cycle? Number 1, I will tell you
But what about
that
the
this
people
is
who are Muslim, but they don't know much things about Islam?
but they have the opportunity. Until you are alive, you have the opportunity to learn and learn and learn. There is no excuse in learning. Okay, now Allah made water over here, right? There's a lot of water, and there is no water, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made some rich people and poor people. And now, what is this
All rich
ocean doing? What is this ocean doing? You
Should
can see,
He
yes,
wants to give it to
because it has abundance of something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given this sea. So it's pushing, it's giving that water to these dry clouds.
Mom, it's okay. I already do it now.
And now, yes, thank you. Now these dry clouds with the wind, they will go to the place where there is no water. And that water will come to this dead land. Now, another example is not only this. So this water cycle is telling us how if you have something much more, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you something in good amount, it is a responsibility for us that we should share that thing with those people who do not have. Right? Even if we see this is earth. Yes.
Or all rich people. Do all rich people not give their money to the poor?
Some maybe yes, some don't. They should.
What's
They this equatorial region is very near to sun, right?
Mama,
While these polar regions are away from the sun most of the time, right? So what happens when this equatorial region, why do we say it's equatorial region?
because of the equator.
Yes, because of the equator. So when this equatorial region gets more and more light, more energy from the sun, what it does? Does it keep all the energy for equatorial region? No. It pushes away with the wind. It pushes away towards polar regions, right? So even our equatorial region knows that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me the energy, the heat energy in abundance, right? I should share. I cannot keep all over here. Otherwise there will be imbalance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this earth, made this life full of balance. And we can also help creating balance in our life if we will do what? If we will follow.
I said listen to Allah.
Yes, listen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and think more.
Mama,
Yes.
it's like sharing the energies. Like, you know, our rechargeable batteries.
Mhm.
You know those sometimes when they were being used for a long time, and when its battery gets, when its charging gets out and it's being used there, and the thing we use the batteries in we don't need, and then we like throw it.
Mm.
And we find a new thing and we buy it, and then it has cells, and then we put the new cells, like those same cells just recharge, and then we put it in there. It's like the cell is sharing its energy.
You have knowledge, you can share, right? Don't just keep your knowledge with you. You can share with the people who don't have knowledge,
You mean
right?
you don't
I
have
have
much?
I have some knowledge more than you.
Yes, so
right?
you teach
So,
us,
yes.
and Daddy has more than you, and
Yes, I learned from Daddy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not make all rich people and all poor people, right? He made rich people, yeah, and he made poor people
And just normal people also?
and also normal people. Yes,
Like us?
yes, we are normal
Are
people.
we normal or rich?
Even normal people, according to their belongings, their money, their knowledge, right? They can share.
With poor?
Yes, and even rich has a lot of. They can share. Humans.
go.
In water cycle, who gives water to who?
Sea to the dead land.
Not only dead land, also
The whole earth.
the other land, right?
What does it say?
See,
Said.
Sea.
see.
See?
So number 1 is وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَّاجًا, and we have made
We have made a burning lamp.
a burning lamp. سِرَاجًا وَهَّاجًا. Number 2, وَاللَّهُ الَّذِي, and it is Allah who أَرْسَلَ الرِّيَاحَ, sends the winds. فَتُثِيرُ سَحَابًا, so they can raise up the clouds. فَسُقْنَاهُ إِلَى بَلَدٍ مَجِّدٍ, and we drive them to the
To the dead land.
Then this one, وَيُنَزِّلُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً فَأَحْيَا بِهِ الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا. He sends down
You're
water.
really sounding like you're talking Arabic.
He sends down water, that is rain, from the sky, and therewith revives the earth from its death. إِنَّ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ لَآيَاتٍ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. There are many signs. There are signs in skies and earth. Okay, now you can make the water cycle and write the ayahs and their meaning. If you just want to write the meaning, then it's okay. If you want to write both, it's okay. But just
At least write the translation.
وَجَعَلْنَا سِرَاجًا وَهَّاجًا. And this one is هُوَ الَّذِي
And we have sundown. And we have.
يُرْسِلُ الرِّيَاحَ.
Is it this one?
What was the first
Ayah
one?
12? Ayah 12, Mama?
Yep. Yes. No, it's called ayah number 13 because it will finish on 13, right? فَتُثِيرُ سَحَابًا فَسُقْنَاهُ إِلَى بَلَدٍ مَجِّدٍ. And which one we did? وَيُنَزِّلُ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً فَيُحْيِي بِهِ الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا. And then إِنَّ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ, number 4th ayah is إِنَّ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ لَآيَاتٍ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Okay, that's it. Any question?